Hey there, friends. Today I want to talk about another high value service that is typically sort of in like the concierge type of realm that is being asked for more and more in the community. And I want to give it to you today. I want you to stick with me to the end because I'm going to tell you what this service is, how to price, what type of services you're actually offering, and some of the other important things to factor in that I don't normally cover in all of my videos, but we're also going to talk about insurance. So let's dive in. So, did you know that one of the biggest challenges families face today is bill paying? Bill paying, yes. So, I have known people who do this for busy professional families, and I know people who've done this and do this for seniors. But when you're working with seniors, one of the other parts of bill paying services is you're also helping to protect them from financial scams. So, why does this service matter? Because seniors, specifically seniors, can easily miss due dates or get overwhelmed with their paperwork. I was hired years ago to handle somebody's paperwork because they kept having late fees. And this was not even a senior. This was a busy single mom. She had two kids. She ran her own therapy practice, and she was always ending up with late fees because she couldn't stay on top of her bills and her paper management. So for her, I offered a combination of paper management and bill paying. But when it comes to seniors, I've also been hired to help seniors with their paper management and their bill paying. One of the most insidious things that happens is seniors are a prime target for donation fraud, scam mail, and fake charities. And I'm going to tell you about this in a minute. So, what can your bill services provide? You can organize and pay recurring bills on time. You can reconcile checkbooks and monitoring the accounts. You can set up auto pay systems, and you want to be looking for, be that second set of eyes to like spot the red flags. The red flags are things like duplicate charges, suspicious withdrawals, endless donation asks. So I worked with a client probably about 10 years ago, and I went to her home once a month for 4 hours. Once a month for 4 hours, and I managed all of her important paperwork because her husband had always managed all the paperwork before that. When he passed away, her family wasn't able, they didn't have the bandwidth or the time to manage all the paperwork and the bill paying. So she had a home care service who came in who helped her with things like getting dressed and bathing every day. They had another service come in, a young woman who would sit and pay my client's bills for her. So she would sit with the checkbook and she would write out and pay the bills. And then they hired me, who was a more professional service, to come in and oversee and manage all of the important paperwork. And it was so valuable to them because literally when they hired me, she was just days away from losing her husband's pension because she had not submitted the paperwork in time. So I started working with this client. We managed the pension, the social security, insurance, all this important paperwork, documentation. And then what I started to notice is I was helping to pay some more quote unquote important bills. And I noticed in the checkbook that there were all these checks being paid for like $25 here, $50 to the federal this fund, and $25 to the child that fund, and $25 to that cancer fund, and $50 to the firefighters, and $50 to the police fund, and $75 to the Jewish Federation, and all of these like little micro charges. And I said to her one day, I was like, how come you're paying all, what are these bills for? And here, what was happening was she was getting all of these donation requests in the mail. And because she did have money, she felt it was important to make donations to every single one of these companies that came in the mail. Now, I knew that the Jewish Federation and the fire department and the police department were organizations that she felt really passionate about, But what was happening is the young woman that they had hired to help her pay her bills just listened to the client. And the client was like, yes, give them $50, give them $50, give them $50. And what happened is the more donations she made in the mail, the more she got solicitations in the mail that she kept saying yes to. So I had to lovingly help shift her and stop all of these fraudulent and donation requests that kept coming in. And I actually had to educate the young woman who was doing the regular bill paying and let her know that we're no longer paying all of these. These are the three foundations that she wants to support, and then she will make financial donations to those. So, really, if this is a service you're going to offer, these are the things you really want to be looking out for. So we were talking about scam and fraud protection. So you want to also be reviewing mail, email solicitations, weed out the fraud. You want to be protecting your clients from like these repeated donation requests. And then if there's a family involved, definitely alert the families if something doesn't look right. If you're going to offer services like this, you want to have the proper insurance in place. And stick with me because I'm going to go into pricing also. If you are doing this type of service, you need to be properly insured. I'm going to recommend, I'm not an insurance agent, but here's what I'll recommend, and then you get to talk to an insurance agent yourself about it, do your due diligence. But you would want to have general liability insurance because most of the time we need to have general liability just in case there's accidents, property damage while you're working in the client's home. And then you want a special insurance. It's called E&O. E like elephant, O like octopus. It's called errors and omissions. And what it does is it helps protect you if there was a mistake that you made, like a missed payment or an oversight, or you got rid of important paperwork that shouldn't have been gotten rid of. So you want to make sure that you have this proper insurance in place. So I want to talk a little bit about pricing, but what I want to tell you is that the pricing for this type of service can range drastically. So I have seen senior concierges and senior type providers offer this service at anywhere from like $45 to $65 an hour. If you have a concierge business, I wouldn't necessarily create a whole new segment to your business if you're already working with seniors. I wouldn't make like a whole new business model. What I would honestly do, if that's a segment of population that you're working with, and this is a service that you want to add in, or you're already adding it in, just keep your hourly rate so that it's kind of globally covers everything that you do. Otherwise, it can kind of get a little sticky when you're at a client's house and maybe you're running the dishwasher and you're doing the laundry and you're running the vacuum and you're paying the bills. It's like, how do you start to siphon that out? So if you're already doing senior concierge services, you can bring this service in to the clients that you work with. Now, other business models set it up just strictly as a bill paying, paper management also type of business. Some just offer just bill paying services. So for these types of services, typically you can charge anywhere from $65 to about $125 an hour. That higher price point usually comes into play if you are a certified, credentialed daily money manager. So that elevates the price that you can charge. Also, if you're working in like a higher cost area. So, maybe in, New York City, you'll definitely charge more than maybe a small town in, let's say, Kentucky or Illinois or Mississippi, just because the cost of living, you kind of end up adjusting a little bit to the cost of living. Another way you can do this, I had a friend years ago who did this. Her rates were, she was high level, and she worked all of her clients, her niche that she worked with were literally millionaires and billionaires. So her pricing was multiple thousands of dollars. I think her baseline flat monthly fee was about $2,500 a month. But that meant she was paying bills and overseeing all of the bill management for like multiple homes for these high net worth individuals. So We had the types of services you can offer. We talked about the insurance that you want to have. We talked about some pricing variability. And so some other things that can affect the pricing that you offer is maybe the frequency that you're doing the bill management. So are you doing weekly bill management or monthly check-ins? So for example, when I had my client that I did the monthly check-in for, hers was 4 hours. It was billed at $75 an hour. Every time, if I finished in 3.5 hours, I still billed at 4 hours. If I was there over 4 hours, it was billed over the 4 hours. But that was my base minimum for those monthly check-in services. Also, other things that might come into play, especially if you're doing like a flat fee, is the complexity, right? Like, do you have 4 or 5 recurring bills, or do you have multiple accounts and investments and insurance policies that you're overseeing? So, here's the thing. If you're running a senior concierge business or a concierge business or support business of some kind, you can easily roll these services into your service, or you can start your own business where this is just your primary focus. Bill paying all in itself can be the primary focus. Bill paying and paper management, where you're managing papers, documents, so forth and so on, could be another very niched down service. And you know me, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I love a great niche. Okay, so let me know in the comments, is this a service you even thought of? Is this a service that you would love to provide? Have you ever met somebody who offers this service? I'd love to know in the comments. And then if you want to learn how to add services like this to your business model and get fully booked in your concierge business, join the waitlist for the Fully Booked Business Club. I'm going to put the link below. We are about to open enrollment in September 2025 as of the recording of this video. And I hope to work with some of you more personally to help you grow your businesses. All right, friends, bye for now.